News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. Lieutenant Governor Delbert Hosemann says bouncing back from the economic effects of the coronavirus pandemic will be a long process. He says state lawmakers are already discussing ways to handle a state budget that has taken a big hit over the past several weeks.
We're facing the same thing small businesses and restaurants and everything else is, except just multiplied times thousands of percent. The state is not going to have the money that we thought we were going to have. We were actually $165 million ahead through February of budget. Well, that's long gone. And worse, it's taken a good bit of more money with it. So we will struggle to make good financial decisions, and you'll see us planning those. We got to set our priorities, and mine are education, health, and safety. And once you set those priorities, we need to fund those. And then we need to fund other things that we would like to fund, but may not have the money that we thought we were going to have, quite frankly. So we'll be challenged there.
Hosemann says he does not expect lawmakers to return to the Capitol until May at the very earliest. A Clay County resident died today from coronavirus. EMA Director Tori Williams says the deceased man was an African-American in his 60s with underlying health conditions. Williams is urging residents to take the disease seriously. Our Quentin Smith was at a briefing today. He joins us live from West Point. So, Quentin, Williams is saying that people there are not taking this seriously?
Yeah, Andrea, he believes people are letting their guard down. And just to give you an idea of what Williams says they're dealing with, I'm at the basketball court here at Zuber Park, and over my shoulder, you can see the rims have been taken down off of the basketball goals. And that's because Williams says large groups of people have been coming out here trying to play basketball, despite a shelter-in-place order being in full effect. When it comes to the coronavirus, the EMA director says people in Clay County just don't get it.
They think that this is a small town, nothing happens here, they won't come here, it doesn't happen. I'm immune to it, I'm young, or I'm this, or I'm that. But it's very, very serious.
So far, 21 cases of the coronavirus have been reported in Clay County. But Williams says people don't seem to be fazed by that alarming number. In fact, a group of people were recently playing basketball at a local park. Now, the city has removed all of the rims.
We held 21 for a day now. I expect that number to rise due to people not taking this thing seriously.
Williams says one local death is too many. Now he's hoping it'll bring more attention to the severity of the disease.
People need to be aware of things that's going on. This is, you may not think that it happened to you, but this death is in our community, and it's easily spread. You may be okay and your immune system may be okay, but the next person's may not be.
For the past few weeks, city and county leaders have been urging residents to take extra precautions and follow guidelines given by the CDC. Now they're pleading for residents to be more vigilant. If not, Williams says there will be legal consequences.
The law enforcement side, the sheriff's department and the police department will be giving out summons or taking people to jail if they have to.
Now, at this time, the victim's name has not been released, but Clay County Coroner Alvin Carter Jr. says the elderly man died this morning at the OCH Regional Medical Center in Starkville. EMA Director Tori Williams says both young and old people have tested positive for the coronavirus here in Clay County. For more information on the guidelines that are in full effect for the Clay County and West Point areas, just visit the EMA's Facebook page and the West Point Police Department's Facebook page for all the information you need to know. Reporting live in Clay County, Quentin Smith, WCBI News.
Many churches are wrestling with the social distancing guidelines while many are holding online services. Some have not shut their doors. New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church Pastor Jack Shelton has opted to keep the doors open at his Plantersville church. Pastor Shelton says he's not disrespecting authority or discounting the effects of the coronavirus. He says he is exercising his First Amendment rights to worship, assemble, and exercise his faith.
Your faith has to be established. If religion and serving God is what you do, then that's a consistent growth that you experience as a believer. So even in times like these, we're going to experience a learning curve as relates to our faith. How much are you willing to commit to what you believe in?
And Shelton says no one in his congregation has contracted coronavirus. He believes there will be many legal challenges to executive orders that have closed churches nationwide. The Starkville Police Department is making a few changes to adjust to COVID-19 guidelines. WCBI's Barbie Martinez visited the department today and has more on a new service the department is offering.
Filing a police report just got a little bit easier here in Starkville. Starkville Police Department is now providing an online service that lets you report incidents such as stalking, identity theft, and more, all from the palm of your hand.
Some people are just scared and don't want to come out.
And for those people, this new online service is a way to report incidents from the safety of their home. Sergeant Brandon Lovelady of the Starkville Police Department says this service ensures COVID-19 safety, not only for the department, but also for the public.
There's a lot of emotions going on right now, and that's one of the ways, if you do need to talk to us, our phones will always be on there. We'll always send an officer there, but if you're trying to do your best to limit contact, this just gives you another option, and that's what we want to do.
Lovelady says this new service is a faster way to report certain incidents.
It's convenient for an individual. Say if you notice, your car was dented or something like that, or somebody was using your credit card online or something like that. You can, when you notice that, you could sit at your work computer, sit on your cell phone, and do that from the house. Yeah. Instead of having the inconvenience sometimes it is to come up here or get an officer to come to your residence or that location.
And while we hope the COVID guidelines are temporary, the new procedures are here to stay.
And this is future, not just COVID-19, is to keep more officers on the street.
And if you would like to know where you can find that link where you can report an incident, I'll have that for you on our website at WCBI.com. For now, reporting in Starkville, Bobby Martinez, WCBI News.
A new telephone service in Starkville is connecting those who need a helping hand during the COVID-19 crisis. Mayor Lynn Spruill says the helpline is available Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 p.m. Spruill says she's thankful for several nonprofits and church groups who are dedicating their time to fulfill some of the requests.
Kind of calls we're getting are for help for things that they can't really do very well on their own. We've had a couple of calls for yard work, for example. We've had some people asking for some resources for where they might get food. So some of those kinds of requests, it's people who are shut in, who can't get out.
All right, if you live in Starkville, there's the number to get help on your screen. We will also have this number posted on our website, WCBI.com. The death toll from an Easter Sunday tornado outbreak continues to climb. 2 more people have died as a result of the huge twisters. The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency reports 14 people have now died as a result of the storms. MEMA officials say the latest fatalities were from Walthall and Jones counties. Statewide, more than 1,200 people, more than 1,200 storms or things were damaged. 33 counties have reported some type of damage to MEMA. There are initial reports and the numbers are expected to rise. It is all hands on deck. Meanwhile, in Noxubee County, after a powerful EF2 tornado swept over the area Sunday, our Stephanie Poole has been following the recovery process there and has more on that story.
Sunday's twister left many families devastated and several people without work. Noxubee County EMA Director Corey Brown says damage assessments from the storm are still ongoing.
We get additional reports from the initial findings that we had on the first day. So now I think it's up to like 8 or 9 homes either affected or have some anywhere from minor to major damage.
Brown says disaster recovery groups and the Red Cross have stepped in to help.
Of course, we have some homeowners who lost everything and some who suffered pretty substantial damage to their homes and are displaced at the moment. They were able to help us get most of the debris and all the trash up within a couple of days, so they were awesome.
Brown says the recovery effort is going well for residents. However, 2 businesses took a big hit and left dozens of people without a job.
They had come up with some very creative and safe ways to mitigate against COVID-19 and keep those employees operational, keep their business operational and the people employed. And it looks like they were going to dodge that bullet and then Sundays, storm comes through and just put about 90 people out of work.
If you have any damage or need assistance, contact Noxubee County EMA Director. Reporting in Noxubee County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
County leaders are still going through assessments for the county's damage report. We will continue, of course, to follow the developments there.
More storms are possible in the region on Sunday. We'll have more on that in just a few more minutes. Right now, let's concentrate on the great weather we have outside right now. Abundant blue sky. Let's go over to Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon, Alabama. Where are we? There we are. A great looking afternoon, soon to be evening. We have 71 in Columbus, 70 in Oxford and Winona, West Point as well. So things are looking pretty good. 65 or so at 7 o'clock. The sun will go on down. We're down into the 50s this evening. Mostly clear. The wind fairly tame. 40s for lows tonight. No frost, no freeze expected here. Tomorrow, warmer, 77 degrees. A little bit breezy, but overall a nice day. Your full forecast is coming up.
Lee County deputies accuse a man of destroying several electronics in the sheriff's office lobby. Now he is facing felony charges. Joshua Lazor is charged with felony destruction of public property. Deputies say Lazor went into the lobby of the Lee County Sheriff's Office wanting to turn himself in. There were no active warrants for him. Lazor returned with a second time with the same request. Deputies then asked him to leave because the lobby was closed. When Lazor walked in a third time, he allegedly threw a computer on the floor. He's accused of destroying 2 flat-screen TVs and a kiosk for inmate commissary. Investigators say Lazor told them that he considered assaulting deputies. Starkville police officers charge an 18-year-old with a sex crime. Dontavius Lucius is charged with sexual battery. Starkville officers say the alleged incident happened around 6 o'clock Tuesday evening. Officers are also asking anyone who has information on this incident to call SPD or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. Tips can also be reported anonymously on the department's website. Firefighters spend hours battling a house fire in Artesia today. This blaze happened on Obama Lane just off Front Street. Lowndes County Fire Coordinator Neil Austin says the fire started at a stove and then went into the attic. It took several hours to bring it under control. One of the firefighters there did have some heat exhaustion, but no one was inside the house was injured. District 2, 4, and 5 firefighters responded to the call today. Some area police officers are being recognized for their quick action. We take a look when we come back. Tupelo police are being credited with rescuing the driver of a burning car. This photo shows the scene last week in the parking lot of the Belfry condo and office building in Tupelo. A car crashed through the gate, hit a transformer, and burst into flames. The driver apparently had suffered a medical emergency and was unconscious. 4 Tupelo police officers rushed to the scene. They were able to pull the man to safety so that paramedics could get him to the hospital. Chief Bart Aguirre says those officers have a lot of training and they reacted quickly.
You never know what situation may arise, and so you have to take some of life's lessons and put it to good use, and that's what these officers did.
And Chief Aguirre says the driver is expected to make a full recovery. The officers will be recognized at a future city council meeting. So, real nice day out there today.
Really nice. All my flowers look very lush right now. You know, we've had a lot of rain.
Pictures. I haven't seen any pictures.
Well, you know, I'll have to get out there, but just amazed by how good they look with all that rain we've had. More rain in the forecast Sunday. Some of those storms in the region could be on the stronger side. Just a low-end chance for some rain late tomorrow night or late tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. We'll have that full forecast next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
The violent tornado in southern Mississippi on Sunday afternoon, the one near Bassfield and Seminary right there, 2¼ miles wide at its widest point, the widest Mississippi tornado on record. And looking back at the records, the National Weather Service in Jackson putting out a statement today, the 3rd widest on record in the United States in recorded history. That just shows you how powerful that storm was. Let's bring this up full screen. I want to show you the tornado scar. Notice those arrows there pointing towards that little stripe. If you can't see it, I'm going to get over here to the screen and just point it out. Right here, visible from outer space, that is the tornado scar, visible from thousands of miles above Earth from satellites. So that just shows you how impressive and strong that was and devastating. Now, let's talk about this Sunday. More severe weather possible basically in the same zone. Now, the farther north we go here in the region, north of I-20, still iffy whether or not we're going to get any here in our area. But we do suspect there will be some rain and storms around in the morning on Sunday. This Sunday, again, very similar to what happened this past weekend. The main severe weather event in the afternoon and evening. The highest odds of robust severe weather look to be along and south of I-20 for now. We will keep watching it. And all modes of weather are possible, including flooding, tornadoes, hail, and wind in the region here. So, again, we'll keep you updated tomorrow and Saturday with the latest thinking on that. Louisville, Mississippi today, gorgeous. Tons of blue sky out there. That was our time lapse. 60s and low 70s out there right now. And notice how we are just void of clouds. So get out there and make the most of your Thursday evening. 44 degrees, mainly clear, not as cold here tonight. No frost, no freezes. By tomorrow afternoon, a bit breezy, highs in the mid to maybe upper 70s. So it's looking great. Mainly clear tonight. We'll wake up to some 40s here. Clouds start to build back in, but it will be a breezy, mild day. A few showers, maybe a storm possible late in the evening tomorrow night and early Saturday right here. Not a lot of moisture, but that will be with a weak front that will come on through. Behind it, Saturday, upper 60s, low 70s. We're looking good. That front's going to come back north as a warm front as we get into Sunday. And north of that front, we may see some rain break out. You can see right here. And then the stronger storms, if they do develop, will be in the afternoon and evening. We'll just watch it as we get into the weekend. So here's your AccuWeather 70 forecast. Low 70s for your weekend, lows in the 50s. Quiet Monday and Tuesday, looking pretty good there. And once again, we could be watching more severe weather by next Wednesday and next Thursday.
To return or not return, one coach shares his thoughts on what we can expect for college football in the fall, next in sports.
For WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
College football is at the forefront of all speculation pertaining to when sports will start up again. And there's a lot of difference in opinion on what we might expect to see for the 2020 season. Some are saying no fans in attendance. Others are saying maybe teams will play in the spring. Ole Miss head coach Kermit Davis says not only are we unsure what's going to happen with football, but any sporting event.
I still can't see them bringing college football and college basketball back unless the whole campus comes back, because we are student athletes, you know, and so, but that may be something that they do. That's just my opinion. We're all hoping for the fall, but I can tell you this, Paris, just at least in talking to the people that I've talked to, and it's all speculation, they're going to play college football. I really believe that. Now, when it starts, I don't know, and how that affects basketball. That really hasn't come up yet. I know one thing, if that happened, college basketball could definitely exist when college football does, because it does for about a month anyway now, you know, and so if that had to happen, I'm sure everybody could figure out scheduling aspects for college basketball, could play, you know, right with college football.
Starting Monday, April 20th, Division I programs will be able to have a little bit more normalcy. The NCAA announced that all Division I coaches will be allowed to hold team meetings for up to 8 hours per week. These meetings will be virtual and can include non-physical accountable activities such as film review and chalk talks. The Southeastern Conference implemented virtual coaching on March 30th, originally for up to 2 hours. For Ole Miss men's basketball coach Kermit Davis, no travel, no problem. Davis has stayed hot on the virtual recruiting trail for the spring signing period, picking up some of the nation's hottest talent. The Rebels welcome top 5 grad transfer Demencio Vaughn and 6'8" forward Robert Allen this week. Davis says he's been looking for the right players to better round out his current squad, and both Vaughn and Allen fit that mold.
We needed toughness. We needed rim protection. We needed another really, really good shooter. Breon Tyree was such a terrific talent, but did we rely too much on Breon? We sure did. So, you know, our teams need to get more balanced. And so those are the things that we looked for. And we really thought we got rim protection and toughness around the goal with Robert. And then with Demencio, just a guy that can play multiple positions, but he almost shot 40% from 3. So to add a shooter like that was good value to us.
Ole Miss women's basketball also adding an official transfer. Former Maryland forward Shakira Austin joins coach-elect McPhee McQuinn's squad. Austin competed on 2 Big Ten championship teams and leaves the Terps averaging 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. The 6'5" forward is the second addition Ole Miss adds during the spring signing period. The Rebels added JUCO shooting guard Taya Douglas on Wednesday. The college basketball moves continue, including this one. EMCC guard Dante Powers signs to continue his career with Sam Houston State. The Starkville native averaged 9 points and 2 rebounds per game during his 2 seasons with the Lions. This past season alone, Powers was EMCC's second leading scorer. He averaged 13 points per game, shooting 86% at the line. That's it for sports. We'll have more for you when we come back after the break. Stay with us.
Looking pretty good on Friday, 77 degrees. A chance for some rain late tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, early Saturday. Saturday overall is looking pretty good. Now, Sunday could be stormy in the region. Some heavier rain, some stronger storms. We'll keep watching that. Monday and Tuesday, quiet weather again. Wednesday, Thursday, rather, of next week, another system could give us some strong to severe storms in the region. So we'll be watching Sunday, the middle of next week. Andre, it's April. These things happen.
Days that don't have those yucky black clouds on
them, okay? There you go.
All right, that is the news at 6 o'clock, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.